Okay, so my name is Dheerendra. You can just call me D. I'm a principal engineer with Mantel Group, and I play around in the data and analytics space. I don't do AI or Gen AI. I hear a lot of AI everywhere: AI, Gen AI, generative AI, regenerative AI, LLMs, and llamas. How can I make money? How do I get rich? Nobody tells me that. So I thought this Gen AI is a great. It's a great happening. It's a great time to be alive. It's one of the best things to happen to us, and I'm looking forward to making a fantastic career out of this whole AI thing. But don't really feel like doing AI myself. So I'm gonna share some of the ideas that I have, and let's see if it resonates with you. California gold rush, really tough job. People flocked from all over the country, hundreds of thousands of people. They were living in really tough conditions out there, toiling around in dirt, catching diseases. And even if they managed to mine some gold, they were at higher risk of getting robbed or shot for the gold. So one man, Levi Strauss, saw an opportunity. The clothes that these guys wear, they don't last long because it's such punishing environment. So he thought, oh, might as well make some strong pair of jeans for these people. So he invented it basically. He took a pair of trousers and reinforced it with steel rivets and leather straps and made it sturdy. And he patented his company. So look at the logo, two horses pulling apart on a pair of jeans and still can't tear it, right? And then, as they say, rest is history. We all love those blue jeans, 501s, and this guy made a fortune. He never got his hands dirty with mud. He never mined any gold, but he made a fortune. Along the same lines, many people became really rich by just selling shovels and pickaxes and food and accommodation, shelter, whatever, hats to people. And these guys never really did any mining, but they got rich. We are looking at a gold rush now, right? Everyone is really gunning to attain supremacy in the AI market. But there's only one true winner, Jensen Huang, right? Now he's he's made the most money out there because no matter who is working on AI, they all need his chips to train their AI models. And this guy knows it. In fact, he used to make self-driving chips for Tesla, and then Tesla said, we don't need your chips. And then he thought, all right, only Tesla does self-driving. I build their chips. Nobody else builds. Everyone wants the chips. So I should build those chips myself now, right? And I mean, we all know what happens next. So how can we make use of this information? How can we sell shovels in this gold rush? If you look at AI, it's just, again, another program, right? Input and output. But the funny part is, we humans use those outputs and we generate more inputs. Fair enough. More AI uses that AI's output as input and generates even more input. So the funny part is, it's got two feedback loops. If you have bad input, then it gets to pretty bad output pretty fast. And if you got good inputs, then of course you get nirvana pretty fast. But bad happens more often. So we have three areas to focus on: quality of the data that we feed in, accuracy of the results that we get out on the right-hand side, and then all the governance that goes around it, ethics and security and all of that stuff. So I believe personally that these are the three areas where all those shovels are hiding. Look to the person on your left and look to the person on your right. Chances are both of them are going to be building LLM models, but you have the opportunity to sell these shovels and actually equivalent of those NVIDIA chips for them. What do we see in the quality area? If we had AI in 1500s, for example, and if you ask that LLM, draw me a picture of Earth, this is what that would draw. The Earth is flat. So the quality of your AI output is only as good as the data you feed it in, right? So think about all the stuff that goes into data quality. Is it complete? Is it consistent? Is it fresh enough? How often is it refreshed? Or how old is the data? Volumes of data. You need tons and tons of data to do your model training. All the data has to be available fast. And with all this rage about AI, we're going to need more data faster. It has to be fresher. It has to be better. It has to be complete. It has to be cleaner. So everything has to be more, and lots of it. So data quality at scale. That's the number one shovel. Accuracy. Ever ran into this problem where the microphone gets too close to the speaker and you get that screech? That's the feedback, because the microphone and the speaker are having a date together. So that really blows away your ears. Now, there's the same problem with the AI models as well. Bad data, when fed back as input, gives rise to bad output pretty fast. So how can you counter that? Think about all the stuff that goes around with accuracy. Fact checking. Is the output really accurate? Is it usable? Is it ethical? Is it approved? Can we rely on it? Who takes the accountability? Who owns this output? If something goes wrong, who can I sue and actually make money out of it? I'm just kidding. But how do I test all this, right? All these things, all these considerations apply to accuracy of outputs, because somebody's life is going to depend on it. And then governance. We can't really sell anything unless it is approved by the law. Legislation always catches up, tech leads. So what do we do with it? All the boring stuff: governance, compliance, regulatory reporting, audit, observability, tracking, monitoring, all the boring stuff that we usually run away from. I personally believe that's going to be the big thing, the next big thing. If everyone's building all these AI models, how do you trust the output? How do you guarantee its accuracy? Is it certified? Is it safe to use? So I believe GRC, governance, compliance and regulatory, is going to be a big deal going forward. It has to be democratic. So if you put all these things together, I believe the real shovels in this AI gold rush lie in these areas. Everything to do with data quality, everything to do with output accuracy, and then everything to do with its safety, ethics, compliance, reporting, that kind of stuff. Anything that can get you into trouble with the law. The last four are actually new. I did a fair bit of reading. In fact, I spent more time reading about the green bubbles than building the whole presentation. Data fingerprinting is a new concept. It's gonna really get big very soon. It's about where has a piece of data or a packet of data, where has it left its mark? Which places has it been? So it's not lineage. It's not where the data comes from, but it's where has it been, the whole trajectory of the data. Watermarking is also fun. It's more about who else has played with this bit of data. So if you get an image, is it original? Did I shoot it on my phone, or has it really done the rounds through 25 different people, or has some other AI played with it? So what's the pedigree of this data? That concept doesn't exist today. Compliance and certification, I believe it's self-explanatory. It's all the boring stuff that we run away from, but we really should start liking it. It's going to be a big deal very soon. Heritage is something new as well. It's not lineage. It's not metadata. It's more about it. The AI generation creates a marketplace for data. So if you go to a supermarket, how do you pick your favorite cereal? You look at the nutritional value. So the heritage is more like that. How fit is the data? What generation it is? How many times has it been morphed or worked upon? How many times has it been enriched? So it's about that. It's how fit the data is. So I think these concepts are going to be big very soon, and we should really focus on these. So in a nutshell, I believe the whole AI race is just an excuse to build a better data platform, which has these four characteristics: trust, accountability, transparency, and actionability. How do we establish trust? If something goes wrong, can we take action? Who can we hold accountable? And how can we correct it? So as long as we stick to these principles and build a better data platform, I believe that's the equivalent of building NVIDIA chips for the AI revolution. Because no matter how good our AI models are, we can't sell anything in the market unless it's compliant. It's what I learned from these two visionaries. Now, you might be thinking, all right, I'm not a developer, I'm a Scrum Master, I'm a project manager, I'm a business analyst, I'm a tester. I don't understand any of this. How can I make money? So think about this. We used to go to Blockbuster, find movies, explore, and then discuss about movies. It used to be a fun thing, right? At least for me, it used to be. But these days, we just watch whatever Netflix recommends us. We don't think, we just consume. Cooking, of course. Cooking clubs, recipes, try out new dishes. We watch MasterChef, but while eating the food we ordered off Menulog. So basically, we just go by the weekly schedule that somebody recommends to us. We don't read news. We don't watch long form videos. We don't even do any research these days. So in a generation where we are systematically killing research and wisdom, which way are we headed? We don't search anything. We don't acquire any wisdom. We don't do any research. We don't find out things. We don't fact check anything. We want everything instantaneously, and we want it served to us. We don't want to wait. We want recommendation. We don't want to go and search anything, right? This is hard. Who wants dashboards? It takes a lot of business knowledge. We need to study a lot. We need to understand the business domain. Now we need to go and find information in these dashboards. Pearls of wisdom, right? We have to deep dive into the ocean and then mine out the pearls of wisdom. Who has time for all this? I believe the future is going to be conversational. If I'm a store manager, I would like to ask my phone, what are my projected losses? I don't care. It answers me. Which means we are going to build a data platform not for humans, but for conversations. So think about all the stuff that goes behind the scene. How do you qualify, tag, flag, label, and classify your data so that it's used for AI training and not for humans? Because all our existing data platforms are built for humans. So think about building data platforms for machines. I believe that's where the true gold lies to be mined. You can either do all the LLM and AI training, or you can build everything else to support that industry. Choice is yours. If you like any of these things, we do all of this stuff at Mantel Group. So come talk to me. I'll tell you how you can join us. All right. Any questions? Any questions? Any thoughts? Make sense? Stupid? No sense?
Wonderful visit.
Thank you. All right. Thanks.